my name is Izzy and I'm a sophomore at Babson. I'm an accounting and tech entrepreneurship concentration, and I'm a part of Babson Dance Ensemble, as well as I'm an FME mentor.
Hi everyone, my name is Claudia. I'm a senior at Babson College while working on my lifestyle brand and community We Want to Live. I'm so excited to take you on this 10-day trip to San Francisco, so let's go!
Heading out. We've arrived in San Francisco, repping my Babson merch.
So today we're Friday 10th of January and we're going to the Institute of the Future in the morning, and then we're going to Prezi to meet the CEO. Are you excited?
Yes, very excited.
Are you excited? Yes, very excited. So now we're at the Institute of the Future and we are doing activities to talk about the signals of mobility.
Making predictions.
Woohoo! I'm here with Kai and we just got out of the presentation with the CEO and CFO of Prezi, and we learned a lot of different stuff, especially tools that we will be able to apply to a lot of different industries.
I left that whole conversation feeling inspired. I really want to be able to invest in my business and have that diversity of thought that they were speaking of, and just being able to have a holistic approach to how to really add value to people's lives, how to add value to people's companies.
It was also so interesting how they were very open to the ideas that we gave them, and also at the beginning of the presentation they asked us, okay, what exactly do you want to learn during this time, which I found was so nice because we really got to engage with them, and it's such an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, this opportunity doesn't happen every day to anybody, so I'm so grateful. I'm so glad I was able to take advantage of this opportunity and be able to take it back to my family, take it back to those where I live, and just be able to spread that knowledge. And also apply
it to our businesses
exactly.
as well. Yeah, amazing opportunity.
Reflecting on the first day, what I really took away is their knowledge of how much you can do with financial and planning and the analysis sides of the industry. And it was great having these connections and people to look up to and reach out to ask them with questions. Then we also met with the Babson alum, Bahram, who is a venture capitalist, and he really gave us great advice about getting into the industry. There's never going to be a job opening, and it's just who you know and really putting yourself out there, which was very insightful. So we're here at the Apple Visiting Center. Very fun and cool. How we feeling for the game?
Do a little dance for Babson.
Do a little
Please?
dance.
Yeah, guys, do a little dance. So we just watched the match right now, and then now we are literally on the ice to take pictures, and we also got to meet the president of the San Jose Sharks, which was amazing, and Babson alums. going to the Alcatraz jail, and we just saw some sea lions. Yeah, the boys. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm good. Got some coffee. My energy's good. And
Yeah, the sun is amazing. We're so excited. A bit scared, honestly, to go to the jail.
Having
This
a great
is Kai.
time. You know what it is?
This is Kai.
I want to make sure that everyone's safe and sound there.
Yup, safe
make sure
and sound.
nothing bad happens. You
Nothing
know.
bad.
Yeah, are you going to take care of us? Now we are having lunch. Love the vibes, so nice, all together. Yay!
All night long, baby. Woo!
So we're here at Chinatown having a lovely dinner. How's the ice cream?
You make me do my little dancey dance. You know.
How is everyone feeling today? Excited?
let's go.
We are at Toyota Venture right now, waiting for the founder.
The main takeaway I had from this trip was to really go out there, put it all out. As Jim said, that when startups don't try and they lose because they missed up on an opportunity, they're actually failing because another company is going to go out and try and be successful. So it really was the emphasis of trying and putting yourself out there and being the first to do it.
So we just got out of AutoX, a Babson alum, insane talk, and it was so nice to see how a Babson student was actually able to do after Babson and go into the autonomous driving industry. So now we are going to MightyFly, which are autonomous drones, and then we'll go to SoundThinking.
SoundThinking is trying to make the world a better place. They're using different technologies. They really highlighted their shot spotter, which they use sensors to identify gunshots, and then it gets reported immediately to the police. And it was really cool to hear how much the people at this company really feel like they're doing something good for the world and giving back.
Live dashboard. So if you, those two emails right there, those are.
You want to get pictures of this? Just get through.
This is about 40 rounds, 30 rounds. So this is live. Someone just shot 34, 50 rounds. Yeah.
Just now.
Oh, just now.
That's it. That's what you just heard.
So hi, today we are at Stanford College.
How we doing, guys?
Do you like it?
I love it. Stanford's one of my favorite schools. Used to be a dream school when I was younger.
Oh wow.
But now I'm at my dream school,
No
Babson. But yeah, we're off to the D school today. Do a little tour.
We met with Perry, who's a professor, and his class builds off of our course kind of here at Babson FME, where we go out and start our own businesses. But he's really working with these founders on this idea of the IDEO flow, where we as a class got to go to his office hours and pitch our businesses, and he would walk us through the process of how our experiments and prototypes, what our ROI is, what we're getting back, and ways that we can be improving our businesses. And a lot of us really valued the feedback we were able to get. So yeah, that was awesome. We then went over to IDEO, where IDEO is really on the design thinking side of things. They look at inspiration, how to implement it, how to ideate, and they work with like toy industries from Hasbro's Mattel to Sephora, the beauty industry, and getting to hear the different ways that they create, the different job opportunities that they have there. One thing that they emphasize with us is they have online classes at IDEO U, And that would be a great way for us to start getting involved and really thinking like how they're thinking at their company, which is something I'd love to do on my free time, as it was a great visit. We then took a trip over to Netflix, which was awesome to see, and we met with 2 Babson alums. Corey was more on the project management side, where John had an engineering role, and it was cool to hear from John how he took his Babson degree, and while he was at Babson, he was taking coding classes, cross-registration at Olin, and then how he was able to apply that and land a job at Netflix, along with talking to Corey about what got her to Netflix from moving around from different companies, and just getting to talk to alumni that are out in San Francisco opposed to my home city being Boston. It's crazy to hear the different things that I can do with my career using my Babson degree, thinking about post-graduation. We went over to Plug and Play, which is a venture capital firm investing in a bunch of big tech companies, and we were able to talk to one of the founders of Blue Lake Packaging, Ying Liu, and she has a couple different passion projects that she's working on currently using sustainable packaging solutions. And it was really cool to hear her background. She worked at Apple in their supply chain for a number of years. She was able to learn on the job, and then when she decided to run her own business, she was able to take her technical skills and expertise and apply it into her own business and really go all in with it. But it was nice to hear that she had a background starting in a big company and then transitioned rather than doing the startup to big company route. We then met with the New York Times podcast, The Hard Fork. Casey Newton and Kevin Roos is their host, and it was great getting to meet with these 2 individuals. They have an extremely successful podcast signed to the New York Times, and it was really cool to hear their opinions as they are journalists on the future of tech, the future of AI.
We just got out of Hard Fork, and what they were mentioning is the fact that what happens in San Francisco is what is gonna happen in the rest of the world 3 or 4 years after, and I thought that it was very interesting. And honestly, that's really what we've been sensing in general. Like, everything that they've been talking to us seems so futuristic, but it's actually something that they employ a lot already. And they were talking about all those innovations and how the world is just gonna catch up on Silicon Valley, and I thought it was very interesting.
We then went to Colin, which is a fintech company out in the Bay Area, and we met with Babson alumni Anna Nickerson. Her time in undergrad, she was able to do the Girls Who Invest summer program, and from there really got into finance. And Anna really stressed to the females that were on her cohort to really get into finance, especially being a woman, and what brought her to the fintech side of things. It was interesting to hear her story and how it kind of changed throughout the years.
So turns out that the fintech company that we're actually visiting right now, called The Column, is in the same headquarters as the film production company that created Star Wars and a bunch of other movies. So it's just like incredible. There's even a gift shop here. I feel like this trip is full of surprises all the time. Okay guys, we have to show you where we are right now. This is so beautiful. Wow.
Cheers.
We then met with Ben Marison, who is a venture capitalist. He is now owns his own VC firm, Tenacity VC, and he was super generous and gave us super cool insights of what he looks for when he's investing in a founder. He meets with 100 a year. He even emailed Professor Brand, and one of our classmates got to have a private meeting with him, which is very cool because we all got to pitch our business ideas to him. And just having this opportunity to talk to someone that's like gone through the ropes, seen all the industry, and really just give us the time of day to even talk to him for like 2 hours and just tips of the trade, what to do, what not to do, and just writing a pitch deck. It was really cool to hear.
Okay, Max has exciting news.
My pitch went well. Now I'm meeting with a VC that we were talking to.
Ooh, see? This trip has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Max.
Connecting our 2
things to find ventures. I do these things to get, pay things forward. And you pick an idea.
So it's the last day.
We're so sad.
Had a ball. We're heading to Berkeley right now. We're gonna go to the Gap. Then we get to meet a guy at Kawasaki, Martha Niño. Vibes all around.
Honestly, so tired for the last day, but so happy.
Yeah. Peace.
We then wrapped up our trip by going to get at Kawasaki's house, and he was the former Chief Evangelist Officer of Apple. He's now the Chief Evangelist Officer of Canva, which everyone now loves and uses. And then also Martha Niño joined us, and she works for Adobe, and she immigrated to this country and just fell into tech, and now has a huge role over at Adobe. And hearing her story is super inspiring, and just hearing how she wants to give back to students and use her voice for the better. These two individuals are super remarkable, and just being someone who really puts your passion into what you're doing is a common theme among all these individuals we met throughout the entire week.
So we're now at the Bolodrome.
We're finishing off with some bowling here.
Nothing like some team bonding, classroom bonding.
Yeah, got to shoot turkey, first 3 frames, got to move into 300.
Just an overall reflection of my time in Silicon Valley. It was super inspiring. As someone who's from Boston, now I go to school in Boston, it was great to just venture out and get out of my comfort zone. I even applied to go like a full semester abroad while I was on this trip, because I realized I should be getting out, meeting new people. And the cohort of students I was with, I generally feel like I got so much closer to them and have like a new set of friends, and it's now pushing me to go out, make new friends. And it's just really transformed me going into the accounting industry, seeing different ways that I could be improving my accounting skills, but also thinking of the future, thinking of using my background in accounting and applying it to one day starting a business, as that's what I would love to do. And I'd even love to move out to Silicon Valley, be back in the valley, but who knows where I'll end up. And thank you, Professor Brand, for everything you did. Like, I will not shut up about this trip. It was incredibly life-changing. I have pages and pages upon pages of notes. It was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and if you're a student at Babson or looking to come to Babson, you need to get into this course because it is genuinely a once-in-a-lifetime. You'll never learn so much in such a week. I was literally a sponge the entire week, just soaking everything up, and just being in a room with these people and having the opportunity to actually go and meet them, network with them, build that relationship with them is something you can't just do by reading their book or reading an article online. Their stories are incredible, and the knowledge that they want to give back to Babson students, being entrepreneurship students, the best entrepreneurship students, was incredible.